Cognac King, yeah. Cognac King, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cognac King. Cognac, yeah. It's the Cognac King. Cognac in the culture. VSOP got the Henny in the back, he smoking. Ain't no time for games, cause I'm on the rise. 100 standard in the streets, I'm fucking certified. Cognac King, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Welcome to this episode of Cognac and Culture. I'm your host, the Black Cognac King. On this episode, we got a special guest in the building, my man Mo G. Tell him a little bit about yourself, Mo.
Name Martin Gibson. I'm the owner of Gibson Performance Training. So my brother asked me to be on the show, and I'm definitely not gonna turn him down. So I'm definitely here.
Okay. So what we gonna do is we gonna do in our Cognac Battle. We gonna review these two cognacs, and the one that Mo say he like the best, that's what we gonna use when we get into our culture part and get into a little deeper about you. All right. So we gonna go ahead and get started. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, but you know, first what we do in this show, take a shot with me. Let's go.
Cheers, bro.
Alright. On this episode, the cognacs that we're going to review for the Cognac Battle is going to be Branson VS and Prince Polignac. Alright. Hold on. Let me finish this shot real quick. Alright. The first one, Branson VS. Let me go ahead and read you what's in this. Blended by 5th generation, family-run producer Cognac Raymond Ragnar, who has been in Grand Champagne since 1860. Branson Phantom represents the finest example of cognac for anyone to enjoy. Sourced from top vineyards in the Borderies and Fen Bois regions, and then aged for 2 to 3 years at a minimum. So y'all remember, VS's are aged for a minimum of at least 2 years. Phantom drinks like a VSOP due to the meticulous care taken at every step. With a golden brown color and notes of light citrus, apple, and tobacco, Phantom has a balanced finish that is smooth with just the right amount of burn. Alright, on the palate, flavors of oak, apple, and light citrus come through with an elegant and bold finish. Alright, so on this, you know, we gonna go ahead and what I do is when I pour them, smell them, see what you smell. I don't ever smell anything with what they say in the bottle, but I'm gonna see if what you said, what you just heard me read, I'm gonna see if you smelled all this in there.
So it's easy to pick it up.
Yeah, pick it up, you know what I'm saying? So we tasting this in a shot glass. So again, if you want to take in the notes and the aromas, you want to have it in something like this. They got a wide nose so you can take in everything. So when you smell it, what you smell? I do smell some apple. You smell apple in there?
I smell that.
What else you smell then?
You smell like a little like citrus in this.
Okay.
A little bit.
His nose a little better than mine. So let's go ahead. Let's see what it hitting on. We're gonna go ahead and rate this on the mellow meter. So when you drink this on the mellow meter, we got, if you got that real burn, put some hair on your chest.
Right.
Alright. If you got like a slight burn, that's just a little slight burn. And if it's smooth, smooth like water.
Smooth like water.
Alright.
I got you.
Let's do it. How you rate that?
Smooth like water.
Smooth like water. Alright.
Pretty good.
So this one, little back history. Did I say this 50 cent cognac? Did I already say that? So yeah, for those of y'all that don't know, this is this one of the lines of 50 cent cognac. So this is his VS. He got VS, VSOP, and XO, but this is the VS bottle. Alright. And the next one we got is Prince Polignac. This is a VS as well, and let me read this. Voluptuous and harmonious, The Polignac style, conceived by the Prince, will last forever. The freshness and lightness of the VS reveal notes of vine leaves, peach, and plum. Enjoy it neat or ice in a cocktail. So we're gonna sample this neat so that way we can go ahead and get the full taste of it. Let me see. First we're gonna smell it, see what it smells like.
Like burning iron on me.
Hey, my man. Somebody finally smelled what I smell. It smells like alcohol to me. Alright, look, I don't catch all that other stuff in here. Let me see what this steak supposed to be in here again. What I say supposed to be in? Was it some plum, some vine, something like that? But nah, I just smell alcohol. Let's do it. Now how you rate that one?
Sounds smooth.
Now,
I think it was smooth, but I think it got a little burn, but I think it was smooth though for the most part.
Okay, so if you had to choose, which one would you choose as the better of the two?
The Branson.
The Branson? Okay. I'm gonna say I have to agree. You know what I'm saying? I think these both is definitely good for your VS cognacs, which are your younger age cognacs. I would definitely say that the Branson, I think out of these two, it's the better of the two. Alright. So how would you rate this on the melometer with you got put some hair on your chest, slight burn, or smooth like water? How would you rate this one on the melometer?
I said slight burn.
Slight burn? I have to agree. It got a slight burn, but I definitely say it's smooth to be a VS, which is your younger age cognacs. As we move into our conversation portion of this show, we are going to be drinking while we have our cognac conversations, our guest choice, which is the Branson VS. So while I pour us up, hey Mo, tell me about your, what is it, your wildest or your craziest story drinking.
Probably my wildest time, I think it was Fast B-Day, right? And you know, this was when we were young, so I remember we were taking shots, right? So we had like a half a gallon of Smirnoff, right? I don't even drink Smirnoff now, but we had a half a gallon of Smirnoff, and we were taking shots to something, right?
Was this in Vegas?
Nah, this was at the house.
Okay.
Oh no, Vegas was wild. Vegas was wild too, though. Vegas was wild too, because that's when Los had us drinking Four Locos.
Yeah,
and we never ever drank that before.
Do not drink Four Locos.
Oh
for
my
anybody,
God.
listen, that was a different time. We didn't know better. We was the test dummies. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, but nah. So I remember like. The first shot, it was towards the birthday. Second shot was towards something else. Third shot was towards something else. Fourth shot towards something else. After like the fifth and sixth shot, we were just taking shots. Then I remember his little brother came over and was like, "Oh, there's no more in the bottle." So he went and got another he went and got another half gallon. We killed that bottle too. And then I remember like probably like an hour later, I just remember fast throwing up. I'm on my mic over my sink.
Oh man.
But it's crazy. I went to work the very next day and they were still in the house like sleep. But that was probably one of the wildest times. I don't know why we was doing it. We was doing it because we were just doing it.
Right. That was the young and dumb drinking moments.
On Bethesda. When we went out to that bar.
What was that, I think, was that Houston's we went to? And I think that was my birthday.
I don't know the name of any bar.
When y'all took the pictures. When that was before Diddy.
When we had the Ciroc?
Yeah, so this is a funny story, alright? So y'all gonna hear a bunch of my stories, but Yeah, so I think this was my 21st birthday. Before Diddy had Ciroc, I remember Los, he was coming around with the little Ciroc. He had just a blue dot. And you might be able to tell how that night went better than when I went, but I just know I seen all the pictures of them snapping pictures beside us. They putting food on us and everything. But what I will say is, as friends, look, y'all did clean up my place. Like, it threw me off when I woke up the next morning. My whole place was cleaned up, and I didn't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But you probably could tell better about that night. Yeah, that was a wild night.
it was just a fun night. You know what I'm saying? It was fellas. And you know, like, you know, when you're younger, man, it's about taking shots. Like, you gotta take shots. Yeah. And, or you gotta drink the cup. Like, so, you know, it's about, I don't know. I mean, it's just about just drinking to celebrate your B-Day. Right. And everybody buying your cup, so it's like you trying to finish each cup. We trying to finish the shots, but eventually we got to a point where we called off shots. Then eventually we got to a point where we called off the drinking. And then over time, it's like it set in. Like, you talking, you laughing, joking, and next thing you know, you passed out. So, but it wasn't just you, it was your fast. So.
You babysitting that.
Yeah, I still got pictures though.
I'm gonna tell you, babysitting that.
Oh, no, I thought we was talking. I thought we was talking. My bad.
He tried to talk long, he ain't tried to drink his cup. But don't worry, I'm hip though. I'm gonna keep him drinking though. Alright. But yeah, so you know what? But also with that, let's go into, you know, alright, who it is, like who exactly is Moji? What is it that you do?
Man, honestly, I'm a dude that probably wear many hats, right? So I'm a trainer. I'm a cop, right? Most people don't even know that. But like, I was a coach, right? So, and being a trainer, you kind of, being a trainer and a coach, you kind of take on different hats within that job. Like, you're never just a trainer. You become the father figure, you become the uncle, you become the big brother, right? To a lot of these people. To some of them, you become the financial advisor to you guys. You become the security, right? Right. So, I mean, in a lot of different spots, you become, you hold a different position, right? So, with a lot of my guys and a lot of these guys are guys that most people would know. Like a Chase Young that's with the Red Washington football team. My bad. Your Saquon Barkley is with the Giants. Your Wale, that's the rapper. Like, even those guys, like, you still become the big brother. Sometimes the father figure, the uncle, whatever it may be. And like I say, like, when you're out, sometimes you become a financial advisor. Those guys, you know, we've developed a bond or a relationship where they trust me, they listen to me, and things like that. But also, too, I'm learning from them, right? And then, I mean, you got guys and girls that come in the gym that they're trying to prepare for the next season or the next, you know, whatever it is that what they're trying to do. But they're coming into the gym. They're coming to the gym with different issues, right? So you got your girls that's having issues with with the guys. The guys having issues with their girl or whatever it may be. So now you become the counselor, right? Or the son no longer listening to mom because he think he grown. Now you become the father figure, counselor, uncle, big brother, whatever. You know what I mean? So you do those things, and on top of that, I'm still a son to someone. I'm still an uncle to my nephews and nieces, or whatever it may be. I'm still a brother to my brothers. So, I mean, I wear a lot of different hats, and like I always say, you got 24 hours in a day, but I think I've done a good job in managing all those positions.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? And so that kind of go into, I guess what I was gonna ask is, why is it that you started GPT Fitness?
Well, I started it because it was something that I felt that there were a lot of things I lacked growing up, right? So I was always the athlete, and you know, we grew up together, so I was always the athlete and things like that. And I thought I did things the right way, but growing up at Central, they wasn't used to having a scholarship athlete. So there were things that I learned along the way, but also the counselors and the principals, they learned along the way. So when it was time to do the clearinghouse and things like that, they had no knowledge of it. So they were learning it at the same time I was learning it, right. Which it shouldn't have been that way. Even when I would go to different camps, there were things that I just never knew or never did. So I didn't want anybody to grow up the way I grew up. So I created something that I felt would benefit the guys and girls that's in our area. I mean, I started this in 2006 in a basement, right?
Yeah,
I remember. So I started in a house basement.
Mm-hmm.
Then I left there and went to a 1,000 square foot building. Now I'm in a 5,000 square foot building, and now I'm in the process of buying my own building, not renting out no more.
Hey, congratulations, man.
Thank you, brother.
Congratulations on that. And a little back history on that. And I think I might have told you this, maybe I did. I know for us around the neighborhood, you kept a lot of us out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was always running around doing crazy stuff, but it'd be like, even though I had a father, it'd be like, hey, don't tell Martin that though. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you was always the one that was doing the right thing, and you weren't never the one that was gonna be cool with, you know, if we might have been skipping school or doing something like that. Like, you know, far as I remember, man, you pretty much always was doing the right thing, and you wasn't one of them people where you got people that, how do you want to say it? They encourage you to do other things, do the wrong thing. You was one of the ones like, nah, man, you tripping. Like, man, look, y'all over there smoking, man. Y'all over there playing football. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? You messing your stuff up where everybody else might have been like, look, come on, do this. So I can tell you that, shoot, I might have been worse off if it wasn't for all them times when you would be the one saying like, nah, you know, you need to do this. So now I'm seeing you doing on a larger scale. Man, you've been doing this since we was kids. You probably ain't even know you was doing that.
No.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, that was really what you was doing. So, you know, I mean, it's good to see now that you're doing it on a larger scale, affecting, you know what I'm saying, doing it as a business and affecting more people. But you've been doing this. You've been built for this. You've been doing this since a kid, though.
But that's the thing, man. Like, so it don't matter who I'm around. That's my whole take on it. My whole take on it is people sit there and they look at LeBron and they say, hey, you know, they wish it was more athletes like that was empowering their team, empowering their boys, whatever it be. And I feel like everybody can do it. It ain't got to be on the same scale as LeBron. Like, everybody ain't making that type of money. I get that, but we can still empower our community. We can still empower the people that's around us, right? Mm-hmm. So like with me, it's like to me, it's like, yo, I got my brothers that are my blood brothers, and I got you fats, you know what I mean? Like my brothers that, like, yo, we close. Like it's no different. Like, I'll do the same thing for them that I do for you guys. So like, to me, it's like, if you're gonna be around me, why not empower you guys? Why not inspire you guys? Why not, hey, make sure you're doing the right things? Like, cause if I'm growing, I want y'all to grow with me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If I always envision like taking vacations and it's like the brothers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Where it's like nobody worried about who paying what because everybody making money, mm-hmm. right? And that's my whole thing about it, is that I think everybody can grow together. It doesn't have to be this hate, this whole, what they call this area, like the crab bowl area, where like every shit guy making you want to pull them down. I don't think it's about that. I think we all uplift each other, inspire and motivate each other to do well.
Right, and I don't think we got that in our circle. Like, for our circle, man, as far as I know, man, we always happy for the other person's success. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing about no jealousy. Like, when I see you do good, I'm like, yeah, that's my man. He doing good, you know. So, but with that, I was gonna say,
hold on, man, because I learned 2 words in here. Hey, I thought something was a food tray. What is it called?
It's called the charcuterie board. You know what I'm saying?
Charcuterie board.
Hey, you might got to get that over there. You know, that charcuterie board, you know. Yeah. That's cool. It's not just a meat tray. It's not just a meat and cheese tray or food tray.
What was this called?
A decanter. So for those of y'all that
y'all don't know, hey, listen, this was SAT prep. I'm telling you, SAT prep at the end of the day.
Right. So when you got your everyday drink, whatever your drink is, a choice. If you got a bar, put it in the decanter. Don't gotta keep it in the bottle. Put it in the decanter. You know, it keep it fresh. So you know, we learning new words. That's what we do. We like to educate over here. All right. But what I was gonna say, whatever services is offered, though, what I'm about to say, if I went to GPT for training, what would I get at GPT if I wanted to go to GPT to work out or do anything like that?
One of the biggest things you're gonna get, I mean, training company is a training company, right? Mm-hmm. The thing you're gonna get when you walk in the doors is you're gonna get a family atmosphere. You're gonna get whatever trainer you're assigned to, whatever trainer is helping you, working you out, whatever trainer you encounter in that gym, you're gonna feel like family.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing. Like it's about being a family, and the reason why I'm so big on family is one, that's a word that everybody can relate to, no matter where you're at in the world, right? Mm-hmm. So whether you grew up in a bad situation, you know what that bad situation is like. And most people that grew up in a bad situation, what they say is, I'm gonna make sure my kids never grow up like this.
Right.
Right. So in people's minds, you're already thinking forward. You're already thinking about family. You're already thinking about how you're gonna raise your family. Mm-hmm. And you're in this. I mean, you talking like this when you're like 12, 13, 14, right? Mm-hmm. You ain't got no kids at this point, right?
But you're
already thinking about family. You already thinking as to how you would do things. When most athletes, when they talk about making it, first, they talk about taking care of mom, dad. They talk about taking care of their family. Mm-hmm. Family is a word that is dear to everybody, right? Mm-hmm. Like nowadays, I know growing up, the word was always cuz. That's my cuz. Like everybody your cuz. Not really blood, but that's my cuz. That's somebody I can relate to. That's like family. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Or that's Mama Samuels. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Your mother was Mama Samuels, right? Wasn't my biological mother, but she was a lady that I'm always respect as a mom. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like it's a word that we all can relate to, but that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get that out of anything. But on top of that, the different classes we got. So you got your adult boot camps, okay, right? You have your group training. So and it's kind of sports specific, like, but not really. Like we have these days and times where it's majority football guys in there, but anybody can kind of join it because it's more of everybody in there trying to get in shape. Everybody trying to get in shape. And your average individual is trying to get a athletic body. That's what most people like, the athletic body, right? Now, if it's a specific area, I know at times women might want to work on just toning up. They might want to work on the glute area, the stomach area, and things like that. Well, that would be good for our boot camp. Okay. Because our boot camp is big on, our boot camp is majority women. That's in there. And their focuses are almost pretty much the same. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you got that. You got your boxing classes. You have your individual sessions as well. The one thing we don't just have an open gym where people can just pay a membership, walk in and work out. It's all appointment based.
Okay, and so I do have a question with that now. How is it if somebody wanted to come in where they wasn't a former athlete, they're beginning fitness level and they want to have a change in their body. Would this be the gym for them? Do you all have things for people that are beginning fitness levels and things like that? Is it for all fitness levels, or what is it? Speak a little bit more on that.
Nah, so we have it all. Like whether you walk in and you have an injury, right? This is the place for you. Whether you have no knowledge of exercise, what to eat, anything like that, this is the place for you, right? So whether we gotta start you out by just walking, you know what I mean? We're there with you. When you start jogging, we're gonna be right there with you. And then when you pick it up and you become advanced and now it's time for you to run, we're right there with you.
Okay. All right, and I guess my last question would be, what is your overall goal, like as far as for
with GPT, like what is the impact that you want to make on the culture? Since this is cognac and culture, what's your impact that you want to make on the culture?
My biggest thing is, man, like, it's crazy, right? So when I was young, I went to a funeral, right? And I remember them saying, watch how you live your life, because however you live your life is what you're going to hear at your funeral. It's what people are going to remember you at your funeral, and that's what they're going to speak on, right? So I always hear that. Like, I always hear that. Like, my thing is, man, I want to give back so much to the community. I want to help people out, like, because I was once that kid. I was that kid that, like, you know, man. I grew up 5 brothers, single mom. Dad was killed when I was 3. You know what I mean? Mom could have gave up. Mom could have said, you know, it was too much. No, she didn't. All she did was she kept working. And I just felt like quitting was never an option for me. Like, it was never something I thought about, because I've watched a black woman do this, right? So it was never an option to me, but I know there was times growing up, like, you sit back and you watching kids wear, like, different shoes, and you're the one that's going to pay less, not them, right? And it's like, well, dang, like, why I gotta be the one that's wearing this or wearing that, or why, you know, when people going to Alicante, right? That's when you can get, like, your cookies, you get all that, you know what I mean, when you was elementary. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't get that. You wasn't getting no extra money out of my mother, you know what I mean? Like, and her thing was always she was broke. She always said that, like, I'm broke, which is cool. But it allowed me to, and you know, we used to walk to Lee's. Mm-hmm. Lee's had you, so for most of you guys that don't know, Lee's was like a corner store, right? So we would say, what was our word? Let's go get bomb.
Yeah.
You know? So we would say this, right? And we might have $2, $5 on us, right? $5 per
collective.
Yeah.
I don't like 5 people.
Right? So we would go in Lee's, but when you go in Lee's, it's a corner store. Most people know corner stores in black neighborhoods is where you learn how to negotiate. This is where you get your degree in business, right? Because Lord Debbie's is 25 cents. You already know that. Mm-hmm. But you're saying to yourself, maybe I can get 2 for 40 cents. You know what I mean? Maybe I can get those I think they used to call them fruities or whatever, and he was selling 2 for 5. Maybe I could get him to give me 3 for 5 or something like that, and you know, I just put 10 cents towards that because I want to get this push pop that's going for 20 cents. So you're doing all this math in your head, and you're actually trying to create deals, but you're trying to walk out of it because you know you only got $1.50 or whatever it may be. And you walk, now mind you, we walked all the way up the hill to get to the store, then you gotta walk all the way down. Mm-hmm. When you get down the hill, now it's time to really enjoy whatever you ate. But it's our time to sit on the corner and talk. We were young, but we used to say it's time to get bombed, like it's time for us to get lit. Like, but we was getting lit off of candy and snacks.
Of Lord Debbie's and Laffy Taffies.
But that was our way of thinking we was grown. Mm-hmm. So I sit back and I think about that. Like, we didn't have the cognac. We didn't have the cognac to sip on and stuff like that. So
did you ever think
it's cool nowadays we're able to do it?
Did you ever think we'd be eating off charcuterie boards? You know what I'm saying? Drinking out decanters?
No, man, because it was fun. Like we all struggled in a way, right? But we all leaned on each other for like strength. We all leaned on each other for like just that push. So whether I was always doing the right thing or whether Mel wasn't in class, whatever it may be, it was one of those things of like I knew, okay, I had to set the example for them guys because they were younger than me, and it's like I can't push them if I ain't doing the right thing. But then two, I would learn certain things from them because I wasn't out like maybe, you know, missing class or whatever it may be. They would kind of like keep me abreast as to what's going on and what I need to look out for and things like that. So I mean, it worked out, man. But yeah, I mean, now we eating on charcuterie boards.
Exactly, eating on charcuterie boards, drinking out decanters. So on that note, we gonna finish up. So if anybody wanna check out GPT Fitness, where can they find GPT Fitness? Like, how can they get in contact with you? Where y'all located at?
So we're located at 9100 East Hampton Drive, Suite A2. That's A as in Alpha and the number 2, Capitol Heights, Maryland 20743. You can also go online, www.gibsonpt.com.
Alright, that's it for today's episode of Cognac and Culture. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to follow my man at
Gibson_PT.
Alright, and remember, cognac, it's not a red cup drink.